Tinggal di Indonesia bagi banyak bule memang jadi pengalaman yang luar biasa, penuh kejutan, tantangan, dan juga kehangatan. Dari yang awalnya kaget lihat jalanan tanpa trotoar, makan KFC pakai nasi, sampai harus terbiasa dengan panasnya cuaca dan berkeringat setiap hari. Tapi di balik semua itu, mereka justru menemukan hal-hal yang gak pernah mereka bayangkan sebelumnya. Banyak hal yang bikin mereka heran, bingung, dan kadang gak masuk akal di mata mereka. Tapi satu hal yang selalu mereka rasakan, keramahan orang Indonesia yang bikin susah move on. Dari sudut pandang mereka, kita bisa melihat sisi lain dari kehidupan di Indonesia yang jarang kita sadari.
So here's a quick disclaimer. I really love staying in Indonesia and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But there are a few things I sometimes miss about home. First one, privacy. So I'm a rather introverted person. Back home I could just hide for a few days without seeing anyone. Here, not so easy. You step outside and you are in the middle of a crowded mall. Even in my own apartment, it's not guaranteed. The other day I just wanted to have some me time in the bathroom, when suddenly this happened. I'm also someone who enjoys outside activities, walking, riding a bike, just being out. That's a bit tricky in Jakarta, because the sidewalks here usually look like this, or this, sometimes there's a chicken, and then this. And lastly, this has to be the #1 craving for all Germans living abroad. Anyone want to guess? Correct, doner kebab. Some cravings just never go away.
I just got some fruit from the market. Let's eat it while we talk about some culture shocks I've experienced during my first week in Indonesia. By the way, they call it mangga in Bahasa. My first culture shock was the roads. First of all, they drive on the other side of the road. Not only that is you'll barely see any traffic lights or stop signs. It's literally just go, go, go. There are no sidewalks. Indonesians, they do not like to walk places. I walked to work and my coworkers looked at me like I was crazy when I told them that. Mind you, it was a 15-minute walk to get to work. And I used to live in DC where everything was walkable. Oh my God, that is so good. I need a moment. Second is the food. Indonesian food is notoriously extremely spicy. And I'm Nigerian, so I was expecting me to be able to handle the spice level, but no. Some stuff is super spicy and it will have you on the toilet the next day. Another thing is every restaurant serves rice with a dish. So Indonesians, they don't feel full if you don't add rice to a dish. I went to KFC my first day here and they served me KFC with rice. I had never seen nothing like that in my entire life, but I love it. This is the best mango I've tasted in my life. While on the topic of rice, Indonesians, they eat their rice with their hands. I came here, I was eating my rice with a fork. They looked at me like I was crazy, because that's just normal here. Next, the people. Indonesian people are so nice and very, very sharing. Like, my friend, she bought tea and I was like, oh, I love tea. And she just gave me the whole thing of her tea. And it was like nothing. Like, I'm fucking this shit up. This shit is so juicy. Even with speaking Bahasa, like, I learned a little bit before I got here. And they really appreciate the fact that you take an effort to even learn the language and learn the culture. Even if you mess up, they'll still be happy that you tried.
I'm an American living in Indonesia. Of course I walk barefoot in the house. I'm an American living in Indonesia. Of course I'm always sweating. I'm an American living in Indonesia. Of course we drive motorcycles. I'm an American living in Indonesia. Of course I have to learn Bahasa. Apa kabar?
Guys, these are my culture shocks in Indonesia. I'm living in Indonesia for 8 years and I made a lot of experiences that I would have never made in Germany. Like, for example,
people are ghosting me.
Have you ever experienced this? People promise you everything. You want to close a deal and then ghosting. Why do Indonesians do this?
Gak ada nasi, gak ada makan. No rice, no meat time.
A pizza or a burger is not considered a mealtime but only snacks, because there is no rice with it. Mind blowing, guys.
You guys put food into the cupboard.
Instead of the fridge.
No clue why.
People don't follow the traffic light. If you do this in Europe, it's really getting expensive and it's dangerous too.
And the hardest one is, nobody can take any decisions.
People are afraid to be wrong and then lose the face. That's why everything goes so slow here.
Is it true or not? Follow Bulu Sampath if you want to see more truthful content about Indonesia.
Apa culture shock kalian ketika tiba di Indonesia?
Kenapa di setiap perempatan lampu merah ada orang yang menyanyi? Kenapa ada manusia situ?
Sayur, daging, ikan, semuanya adalah tambahan untuk nasi. Tetapi di Rusia nasi adalah tambahan untuk daging.
Ya, jadi di Indonesia kalau kamu punya rumah yang satu lantai, kamu orang biasa. Tapi kalau tinggal di apartemen, kayak di Lebanon yang tinggal di apartemen dia orang miskin.
Oh, sebaliknya.
Di Lebanon kalau punya rumah cuma punya satu lantai, rumah biasa, kamu kaya sekali.
Sijaklah puizanya.
Hari ini saya mau bahas culture shock di Indonesia yang sampai sekarang masih shock saya kalau lewat FYP. Kita semua tahu Indonesia ini punya alam yang sangat diverse ya. Di Indonesia ada pantai, pegunungan, hutan, ada semua untuk semua selera ada ya di alam Indonesia. Tapi kenapa travel influencer atau developer tempat wisata suka kasih label dari negara lain? Contohnya ada pegunungan yang indah, rumput yang hijau, ada danau. Itu di Indonesia pastinya dikasih label Swiss cabang Indonesia. Atau ada pantai yang sangat indah dikasih label Santorini van Indonesia. Dan apalagi developer-developer di sana suka bangun rumah arsitektur yang niruin Eropa, ya, seperti cottage dan lain-lainnya yang dibilang itu Swiss cabang Indonesia. Itu Indonesia rasa Eropa. Walaupun itu semua Indonesia, khas Indonesia, keindahan ini milik Indonesia. Kenapa harus dikasih label Swiss, Eropa, Kanada from Indonesia? Kalau kita di Jerman punya keindahan alam seperti pegunungan, danau, ya kita bangga, itu Jerman. Harusnya bangga dengan identitas Indonesia. Alhamdulillah Indonesia seindah ini. Gak perlu dikasih label.
Meski banyak yang bikin mereka heran, keramahan dan keunikan Indonesia tetap sulit untuk dilupakan.